Hello, Reverend CrystalCox here. You can donate to our church at bbgoddesschurch@gmail.com. And this video is for those of you who ask me just for some ideas of where to start with your awakening. So right now there's so much information coming at you online, and people are like, wow, they feel outraged, right? Light workers that have been teaching and studying this stuff for years have known about it for a long time, so we're not so wowed by what's being exposed by right now. We're wowed at how some of it's playing out, and that's very intriguing. But, you know, the Pleaidian information, Barbara Marciniak, Kryon, a lot of stuff in the early 90s, I mean, this has been, we've been told about this for a long time, just not exactly how it's playing out. So, it is fun and exciting to do that, but make sure that you're not feeling negative, sad, disheartened, and if so, change your focus. You know, go back to studying your own spiritual stuff, how reality is created, so that you can focus on creating the reality you want, and not the fear-based propaganda that's coming at you to create a reality someone else wants. Even if it seems loving to you, if it's not the reality that you want, don't focus there. Okay, so this video is just a list off the top of my head of a whole bunch of things to research to make your life better, to know yourself, to understand how reality works. And I'm sure you know that if you don't want to watch it, you can shut it off. You don't have to tell me, give me any sort of feedback. You don't have to watch it. There's not going to be a test. Okay? Okay, so here we go. Yay! So, when I was young, I didn't really have access to, channeled information. I studied the Bible. I liked Psalms and Matthews and really liked positive affirmation stuff. My grandmother was a Jehovah's Witness, so I got, Bible on tape, and it was King James Version. And I didn't stay with that church because I was only in it to be with her. I'd already had visions. I'd already been talking to Spirit. I'd already knew things before they happened. And so it was the Bible, and then back then the women had self-help books, you know, like The Road Less Traveled and stuff like that. So there was a few of those around. Turns out Seth and some of the other channeled information was available, but not in my world. So Seth is a really good book to read, Jane Roberts. There is audiobook of most of these, definitely that, on YouTube. There's a new channel, The Impersonal Life, I think is the name of the YouTube channel. It's a December 2020 Jesus channeling, and it's really good. I recommend that all you light workers and healers listen to it. It's coming right at us as a reminder of what we're doing now to prepare people to be in the Galactic Society, to be in the Aquarius Age, to be on New Earth. So Kryon, I read the first Kryon when it came out about, you know, the implant and removing, just basically stating intention. I went to 2 channelings of Kryon, but I didn't I wasn't, I was going to say a groupie. You know, I don't follow any one person, and I don't say, oh, because this person wrote it, that it's true. Okay? I discern, I think, for myself. Plus now I have experienced reality shifts. So books that I loved back in the day, like Barbara Marciniak's book, Bringers of the Dawn. I've read it probably 6 times, or 7 or more. It's been different every time. And so it's had supernatural changes just like the Bible. So the Mandela effect is something for you to study. They call it the Mandela effect because of Nelson Mandela, but it's more of a quantum leap, a timeline shift. This is the only thing you really need to know. Because if you can move realities, then your thoughts, your belief, can move you to the reality that you want to be living in. So where else is there to focus? Once you realize that you've had a quantum shift, I know for me it was like, okay, no more of that. No more, I used to do investigative blogging all the time. But then I realized, like in the movie Tomorrowland, that I wasn't reporting on the reality, I was part of creating the reality. So I went within and focused on myself every trigger, every thought, every emotion for the last 6 years. And I had spent decades before that trying to be the best me I could, and cleansing and clearing and doing all that healing stuff. But I had, yeah, some places to go. And so when you realize that you project your reality, and that based on your belief of a person, that's how they're presented to you. Literally, quantum shifts. Building there, building not there. Sun white, sun yellow. Won't go into all that now. But learning about the Mandela effect, quantum shift. Bert Goldman teaches a course called Quantum Shift, I think it's called. He put his book out this year, 2020, for free on audiobook on YouTube. So I think it's Quantum Touch, Bert Goldberg. And he teaches people how to go to, like, say you want to learn to play the guitar, you picture yourself in a reality, like knock on the door and it's you, and you teach you how to play the guitar. And that there's different versions of you in different realities. Anyway, check that out. And on that note, Dolores Cannon, her stuff about, well, New Earth, about parallel lives, about she'd be in her, some of her hypnosis sessions and just be like, well, there's cancer in there, you just go ahead and clean it up. You know, so you just shift someone to a reality where they don't have cancer. Her information about New Earth and nature of realities, good stuff to study. Again, discern. If it don't feel right for you, it's not. Okay, Barbara Marciniak. She had Bringers of the Dawn, Family of Light, Earth, The Shift. I think that was, the Shift was a bunch of different people. Oh, Kryon has like 13 books, but also Kryon channelings. You can search in Kryon audios for free, or go to Kryon.com, I think it is, and you get audios and printouts of 17 years of Kryon channelings. That's Kryon. Very good stuff. Of course, Alan Watts, and I like books. I like witchy books, but I like witchcraft information in a quantum way, in a New Earth way, in a healing. I love the forest. I love the, healing, and I love the darker colors and just everything about, witch. But I consider myself a witch, a quantum witch, New Earth witch. And my church is a New Earth ministry. It's about the one. It's about you being you. And we give you the tools to be you. And it's about being confident enough to be you and say, yes, I'm this, or I want this, and not worry about what society thinks. Okay, so let's go to energy healing a little bit. Therapeutic Touch, Dolores Kruger, Barbara Brennan, energy healing, hands-on healing, Hands of Light. Those books are really good. That Eden woman, I forget, because I was almost going to say I Dream a Genie, right? Barbara Eden or whatever, but it's not her. But anyway, Eden, energy healing, really good stuff. You're all energy healers. I don't want to say the best, but to raise your frequency, you have to be healed by a higher frequency. So someone that has worked on their programs and worked on all their stuff, and they tune you just by walking by you in the store, right? They raise your frequency. We're in New Earth now, so we don't lower our frequency. And we don't have to have crystals and all these things to protect us. We don't absorb energy like that anymore. We can't go lower, we can only go higher, because we're almost over the Rainbow Bridge. So understanding New Earth, and again, what it means to you. Every religion has a version of New Earth. And to know your own truth. Is it your truth? Is it your beliefs, or was it just handed down to you generation after generation? And so I love herbal cures, even though now I'm really into frequency cures. The book, Penny Pierce, Frequency, awesome. Lynn Taggart on energy field, awesome information. Eckhart Tolle, I like some of his stuff now, and I like New Earth. But again, you want to discern. And of course, Louise May and You Can Heal Your Life. That's kind of a classic. Audios, or I guess they're videos. I listen to them as audios. But Bentino, Bentinho, Parallel Lives, Quantum Shifts, Timeline Shifts. He's got a lot of information out there. Just watch, obviously, what feels right and is you discern is best for you. Bashar, Basher, really good information. I've listened to him for quite a few years. However, ELAN, ELAN, also channels Bashar, and they're all on YouTube and they're free. Bashar, Daryl Ank, he charges for all of his stuff, and you may not be able to afford that. His information's good, but again, it's a quantum shift, and the stuff he's saying now that he's channeling right now, this ELAN, ELAN, channeling Bashar, was doing it 20 years ago. And if you can only study one thing, ELAN, point of power, because reminding yourself that in every single moment, that's your point of power. What's going on in this moment? What do I have options? What's the most exciting thing in this moment? What choices can I make in this moment? And then you move forward. Oh, this doesn't feel right anymore. You let yourself change. You feel into the moment. So learning about that. Yep, we got Kryon. Got, Wayne Dyer. That was kind of the first stuff. Oh, in high school, my first breakup, I was like just sick every day. And I was working for the Forest Service, and every break I had, I just read that book. Your Uranus Zones or whatever. I think I still have it. It has no cover and everything. Not really into novelists. Oh, all the Celestine Prophecy books. Really good. The movie's good. Mutant Message, really good. Shirley MacLaine, Out on a Limb, is a 2-part movie on YouTube. It's really good. First part, kind of boring because she has this love affair, but it's a true story, so, which is kind of cool, and the politics and whatever around it, but her awakening into the Pleaidians and the Peru Mountains and the not the Mayans, a Pleiadian named Maya. So Pleiadian information, Billy Meyer. I read that stuff when it first came out in the Pleiadian ships, which leads me to the Searle generator, John Searle. These generators can, for 2 houses, I think it's for like a whole lifetime, I forget the specifics. They've been available for free energy forever. SEARLE, Searle generator. And then of course Tesla stuff. There's Montauk, the Philadelphia experiments, learning about that. Bigfoot, quantum Bigfoot. I've always known, Spirit told me at a young age, and I believed in Bigfoot because my dad had seen him running, and I seen a Bigfoot when I was 19, just the red eyes. And so and everything that I'd studied on it, it seemed to me that a quantum, that they're shifting in and out of reality based on everything I studied. And there's a guy in the area I live now, and he's wrote a book on quantum Bigfoot. And so, check that out. And let's see, I already said Louise Hay and Kryon. And there's a book called Waking Up in 5D. That's pretty good. Again, that's another reason I love books. Books as resource to write, because I underline the stuff that I like, but I don't go, oh, well, because I like this author, everything is true. No, some of it's whacked in pretty much every book, right? It's not for you. It's weird. It doesn't make sense. And like I said, Bringers of the Dawn and Family of Light was so weird for me because she would contradict herself. But then I realized I was shifting realities and I was changing the book, literally, physically. Believe it, don't believe it. The Bible has supernaturally changed. The lion lays down with the lamb in Isaiah. It doesn't exist anymore. I could list quite a few Mandela effects, and there's thousands, hundreds of thousands more I don't even know. Let's see. Shaman stuff, soul retrieval, things on trauma. I forget. I know this, what I'm thinking of, I can't remember, but Candace Pert, there's a documentary on YouTube about energy healing and talking about don't re-story. Like going to therapists, every time you tell the same story, this happened to me, this happened to me, you're creating more of that, you're bringing up that energy, you're bringing up that feeling, and that's in your energy field. So if you change the past, you say it once and you clear it, and you clear your beliefs. Maybe you work with it for a couple weeks, and then you stop. You can change it, visualize how you would have wanted it to be, believe it or don't. It's up to you. But this is kind of what she's talking about and what I've experienced and read in tons of different things with changing past memories, how you wanted it to be, or talk about things how you want them to be, instead of restoring something bad, because that literally keeps creating that. Much like, again, the movie Tomorrowland, where they're, turns out they're not watching the end of the world, they're projecting the end of the world. That's why it's so important to know your own mind. That's why this big battle of light and dark right now is going on. Because the fear mongers want you to project, literally, because you're quantum, their version of reality. But if you trust yourself and know yourself, go, what do I want? All these politicians, everybody outside of that, what do I want? Then you're projecting the reality you want. They don't want you to do that. They want you to focus on fear, fear, fear. Elections, candidates, different parties, different, keep you sick with pharmaceutical drugs and all this, blah, 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 blah. So you're not projecting the reality that you want. You're quantum. You project reality. The Dark Crystal on Netflix, there was a huge lag between that sequel. That's no accident. Those people, those sexies, not setsies, or those gross, those are just like the elite, Soros and a lot of the elites that we see. They look like them, right? The androchrome that they took from the kids, that is showing you. And a lot of the movies, I see exactly what it's showing in reality, and I just love that stuff. I love that it's being shown through that. So watch The Dark Crystal. It's real. And let's see. Healing, if you're still into 3D healing, research things like cancer, natural cancer cures and peroxide, high oxygen natural cancer cures, oxygen, oxygen cures. That Wolf guy, his studies on oxygen. There's, like I said earlier, B17, cesium, which is high alkaline. And when you cure cancer, you're curing everything because you're getting alkaline. And cesium is very high alkaline. So is black salve. Like the cancer salves, I did this. That's what I've helped hundreds of people do to cure their cancers. And they've taken it internally too. And people that were told to just go home and die. So yeah. Okay, Cancer Salves book by Ingrid Neiman. All of Ingrid Neiman, N-A-I-M-A-N, her herbal stuff. Tons of good information online from that. The Gershon diet. Renee Case, she invented Essiac tea, and that's just 5 herbs that are high alkaline. Edgar Cayce and his tonics, Harry Hoxsey and his tonic, and Edgar Cayce and his channelings about it. But Hoxsey, he had to go to Mexico because everybody gets run out of the United States because they don't want you curing stuff. They want you addicted to pharmaceutical drugs that cause more problems. But all of these people cure cancer. Royal Rife. R-I-F-E, cures with frequencies, and now we can and you can emit those frequencies, so you cure people and heal people with energy healing. It's miraculous. If you haven't raised your vibration of your field, you're still going to help people. You're just not going to raise it as much. And so energy healing, definitely, as much as you can learn about that. I forget this. There's a couple other energy healers that I really like. Again, I don't go for the person, right? I just take the technique. Even though I have a lot of these names, there's a lot of them that I don't have. But these are some places to start. Yeah, Kryon, Pleaidian information, Syrian channeled information. A lot of the light workers believe they're star seeds. I think that most all probably of humanity, in a way, we came from other places. But there's light workers who believe that we were called here to help raise the vibration of Mother Earth and her people, and that we were preparing our whole life for this transition right now into the age of Aquarius. And so, so as you're awakening now to all of these truths and you're outraged, beautiful, but understand that it's love. Love is waking you up, and learn some of this spiritual information and learn how reality works and how you can create your own reality and not just focus on their reality. So those are some places to start. Goddess bless you all. Have a beautiful day.